We are coring and peeling our zucchini. So let's go ahead and get rid of this because that's not the yummy part. I like the part with the skins. So we are gonna take a whole zucchini and chop it up in quarters, or what is that, 6? It doesn't have to be perfect, so I'm gonna do this one the best I can, the same, but these don't have to be identical sizes because they are gonna get fried up in all of their delicious glory. Now, this is one of my favorite breakfasts. I had this for the first time in Seattle, and I obsessed over it, and I learned how to cook it myself. So I'm gonna share this recipe with you guys. I don't know the name of it. I call it the zucchini Seattle egg dish. Like, I don't know what else to call it. And it was at this fun little restaurant. I'm gonna tell the story as I chop these. It was in this fun little restaurant that was inside like a house. So it felt like a cottage where we were eating. And I became obsessed with not only this dish, but the gentleman sitting at the table next to us. I swear, he first sat down and it was just like a very normal, oh, this, gentleman is eating alone. But then he brought out, I think it was a sketch pad or a notebook that he was writing poetry or sketching something in. Very Seattle. And then before you know it, he brings out a knitting needle and yarn. And then I think, I don't remember the last thing he brought out, but it was, he kept active during this meal. It was very funny. Okay, so you do want pieces about this size. Again, they don't have to all be the same. Now, let me move over our induction burner, which is just a fancy way of saying stovetop burner, just like so. And let's go ahead and throw in about 2 tablespoons butter on medium to high heat. Get that going. And as soon as this pan is hot, we're gonna throw in our beautiful zucchini. Okay, there we go. In that melted butter goes our beautiful creamy zucchini. And we're gonna cook this up a little bit before we add the next few ingredients. Let that soften up. Get nice and crispy a little bit. That doesn't make sense, does it? Soften up and get crispy? I don't know. It makes sense in my head. Okay, so while that cooks, we are going to prepare our eggs. So you want to grab 6 eggs, and I have them already cracked over here. So we are just going to scramble them up in this bowl. Now you can add, I'm going to be adding a little bit of half and half to my eggs, but what I've done in the past, I'm just out of right now, is some creme fraiche or sour cream to make these eggs extra silky. But I am just going to add a little bit of half and half. I don't know, that some people don't do this, but I always, whenever I saw my dad cook eggs, I always saw him do this, is add milk or half and half or some kind of cream to it. And then if you've ever seen my other videos where I make Gordon Ramsay eggs, you'll know I add that sour cream and it is just perfection. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's set that aside. This zucchini will continue to cook as we add our next ingredient. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Not too much because we don't want to take away the flavor from the main ingredient. And a little bit of pepper. And now let's add our breakfast sausage. So this is pork sausage with a little bit of maple in it, and that's what flavor we really want to bring out. So I am just going to cook this down with that zucchini before adding our eggs. Okay, look at that. That is exactly what you want. And we are going to go ahead and leave all that like fat that some people drain out, because it's going to just like richen up those eggs. So let's go ahead and pour our eggs right in there. Oh yeah. I love this dish so much. I don't make it nearly as much as I would like. I don't know, just with all the yummy foods we do make on this channel, you can't eat the same thing over and over again. Jason, what has been your favorite dish that we've made? Like ever?
Well, that's really tough because
it is really tough.
We've made so many good ones. I would say we made a really fun one that we called pig shots.
Ooh, yeah, the best barbecue side dish.
Yeah. Because that was sausage, that was wrapped in bacon.
Yeah. That had like cream cheese and
jalapeno
really and yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and when this video posts, I'm gonna leave that video in a comment, the link. It is so good, guys, and you know it's only February now, but it's gonna start warming up here in Vegas soon, and so those dishes will be good. Very soon.
Hey,
trust me.
Super Bowl.
I know. Even Super Bowl. That's a great game day snack. Okay, let's let this cook up just a little bit more, and I'll check back in with you. Okay. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Smell that. Smell that goodness. So yummy. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off because that is done cooking. And we are ready to dish. Perfect. Now, I like my eggs a little overdone. So, if you guys like your eggs a little bit on the wetter side, then you can stop cooking a little while ago. But I like mine firm and non-moving. So, even if it's like burnt, or it's not burnt, but it looks black like that, I like that. I like it. Over easy eggs, not for me. Let's go ahead put some of this on my plate. I always like to start off small because I have to leave enough for everyone else. And if I get a heaping bowl, then that's just rude. Okay, give me 1 second and I'm gonna move this and we're gonna garnish it with the last step. Last little bit, we are going to fork some garlic herb goat cheese. And I know that sounded weird, but it's the best way to like get crumbles out. Like, I don't know. Is it just fork and let it kind of fall onto the dish? There we go. Ooh, nice big clump. Oh yeah, I love goat cheese. I know a lot of people don't like goat cheese, but it's some of my favorite. But I don't know if I've ever met a cheese I didn't like. Like blue cheese. Oh yeah, I want to bathe in that. Stinkier the better. I don't know if there's ever been a cheese I didn't like. Okay, there we are. And my favorite part of any dish, let's go ahead and give it the taste. I want some eggs, some sausage. I want that big piece of zucchini.
Yeah.
Instantly. I'm back in Seattle, watching this weird guy knit as I eat this amazing breakfast. Such a fun experience. I want to go back. I don't remember the name of it, but I bet we could find it. But if you make the Seattle eggs, let me know in the comments. And if you add or change anything, let me know as well.